increased workload since facilities in Cheltenham were closed to ambulances during the pandemic. As Ken Goodwin now reports.
Guy Morling was recently admitted by ambulance to Gloucestershire Royal Hospital's A&E department with chest pains. What he experienced there shocked him.
I lived in Africa for a very long time, and I have worked in the hospitals in Tanzania, Uganda and Kenya. And I have never seen anything as bad as the corridor of the A&E in Gloucester Infirmary as I did in any of those countries. It was very, very crowded. It was clear that the doctors and nurses didn't have enough time to deal with all the people who were there, and they were under immense pressure. I was quite shocked, actually.
Mr Morling, who's also a Cheltenham Borough Councillor, says staff were working flat out, but the place was overcrowded and he was put in a corridor with other patients.
People who were clearly in great pain, because there was a man shouting every 5 minutes, "This is torture," and then groaning a lot. And I waited from about 7:45 until 1:15, so 5.5 hours before I finally saw a doctor.
Cheltenham General Hospital's A&E unit was temporarily closed to blue light emergencies at the start of the pandemic, but that meant ambulances being sent to Gloucestershire Royal instead, with queues of up to 20 at busy times. Professor Robert Arnott worked as a senior manager in the NHS before becoming an academic, studying the history of medicine. He's been admitted to Gloucestershire Royal Hospital's A&E department several times during the pandemic. He says though staff were brilliant, the conditions were unacceptable.
They were awful. I mean, I've been in NHS hospitals, worked in them, and I've been a patient in many of them, and I've never seen anything like it, because I saw the ambulances queue up, I saw the trolleys in the corridor, I saw people's anguish, pure anguish, about not being able to see a doctor for 8 hours. And of course some of them were frightened people, frightened of what their condition was. Why have I been brought, an elderly particularly, why have I been brought into ambulance? Am I all right? Am I ill? Am I going to die here on this trolley? That's the issue, and that's what I saw, and that's what concerned me and angered me.
Tomorrow, Cheltenham General Hospital's Accident and Emergency Unit will begin reopening to ambulances from 8 AM to 8 PM.
I've seen the A&E in a large hospital in India. They managed, and they managed quite well. I don't know what happened, but and I never want to see it happen again after Cheltenham A&E reopens.
That was Ken Goodwin with that report. In a statement, the hospital trust says, "We are very sorry to learn of this patient's experience, which falls far short of the care we strive to achieve and deliver on the majority of occasions. Focusing emergency care on a single site alongside the additional impacts of social distancing inevitably put GRH under considerable pressure at times. Thankfully, as we begin to emerge from the pandemic, we're in a position to restore Cheltenham A&E to its former status. We will do this in 2 stages, starting tomorrow." Next tonight, residents and business owners in South Gloucestershire have criticised the council's decision to keep Thornbury High Street closed to traffic. It was originally pedestrianised as part of COVID safety measures, but some say low footfall is harming business and making Thornbury a ghost town. Katie Rowlett reports.
Every day is a Sunday now, say traders in Thornbury. Many have been on this historic high street for 3 generations, but since it was